What are the rules for testimonial evidence admissibility? Imagine sitting in a courtroom where a witness is about to tell their story. You might wonder, how do courts decide if what they say can be trusted and used as proof? That's where the rules for testimonial evidence come into play. These rules are designed to make sure the evidence is fair, relevant, and trustworthy so everyone gets a fair shot at justice. First, testimonial evidence must be relevant. That means the witness's statement should connect directly to the facts of the case. If it doesn't, it won't be allowed. For example, if someone testifies about the weather on a day unrelated to the crime, that testimony is irrelevant. Next, the court checks if the testimony is authentic and reliable. The statement must come from a credible person and not be made up or changed. If a witness's story seems suspicious or inconsistent, the judge might decide it's not trustworthy enough. Hearsay is a big rule in testimonial evidence. It means out-of-court statements used to prove what they say are generally not allowed. For instance, if someone says, "I heard John say he saw the crime," that is hearsay. But there are exceptions. If the person who made the statement is unavailable and the defendant had a chance to cross-examine them earlier, the court might admit it. Another important rule is the Confrontation clause. In criminal cases, the defendant has the right to face the witnesses against them. This means the witness must be available in court to be questioned directly. If a witness made a statement outside the courtroom, it can only be used if the defendant had a chance to cross-examine them beforehand. This rule was clarified in a case called Crawford v. Washington, which emphasized the importance of face-to-face confrontation. Before admitting testimonial evidence, the court also needs to establish a foundation. That means the party offering the evidence must answer questions like who made the statement, when and where it was made, and under what circumstances. This helps the judge decide if the evidence is credible and properly understood. Even if all these rules are met, the evidence can still be excluded. If its probative value, meaning its usefulness, is outweighed by risks like unfair prejudice or confusing the jury, the judge can decide not to admit it. In court, lawyers prepare witnesses carefully to give clear, relevant testimony that meets these rules. When introducing out-of-court statements, they must show that the evidence fits within the exceptions to hearsay and respects the Confrontation clause. Judges often hold preliminary hearings to decide if testimonial evidence is admissible, usually outside the jury's view. Cross-examination is key because it tests the witness's credibility and helps the jury decide how much weight to give the testimony. Overall, these rules aim to balance the need for truthful, relevant information with protecting the legal rights of everyone involved. They help make sure trials are fair and that the evidence presented is trustworthy.